Good evening, everyone. Almost everything's been said. I don't have to tell this crowd that Justice Ginsburg was a trailblazer. Right. I don't have to tell you that she is a beacon of light and hope for women across this country, young women, young girls who now know that they can be something that they never thought they could be before. I don't have to tell you that Title IX, DACA, all the other great things that she helped defend would be gone if it were not for her. I also don't have to tell you that our democracy is under attack from the highest office in the land. We're not just asking Senator McConnell to do what he did in 2016. We asked him to do what they're doing now. Pass off leadership to the next administration. Do what you're doing with COVID-19. Do what you're doing with infrastructure. Do what you're doing with making sure that workers have the pay that they need and making sure that people are safe across the country. Pass it off to the next administration because we know you don't want to lead in that way. It's very important that we understand the moment that we're in, because if we want to live in a country where Black Lives Matter, right? If we want to live in a country where we believe that LGBTQ community has the same rights, that our Latinx community has the same rights as us, that it does not matter if you go to the church, the mosque, the synagogue, or nothing. It does not matter who you love, but because you live here, you have the same rights as everyone else. You have to hold everyone accountable, starting with me. Please hold me accountable, because this is a time where this country could break one way or the other. That's how important this election is. And when I'm thinking about this election, I think about my grandparents who grew up in the South, and where my grandfather holds land, held land, well, technically I hold it now, me and my cousins, but who held land that they tried to take away from him, and how quickly that could come back. That in my lifetime, I could talk to my grandfather. I talk to my dad every day and hear him tell me about how they integrated schools in rural North Carolina, and where one of his classmates had a gun given to him by his father to come to this classroom in what we will know as middle school to shoot one of those niggas, excuse my language. That's the kind of world that they want to bring back, but that's not the kind of world that we want to live in. And that's why it's up to us to push through this election, push every day, push in our communities, push in our families, push in our place of work and worship, to make sure that everyone knows that united is the only way to be, and that we will not stand by and let the democracy be crumbled by a group of people who do not believe we all are equal. We know that is true. So since he is no longer with us, and God rest his soul, I have now taken up the mantra of saying what Congressman Elijah Cummings would say at this point. Tell Lottie, Dottie, and everybody to come vote so that we can send Donald Trump back home and we can bring democracy back to the United States of America. Thank you so much for having me this evening.
Brandon Scott, we're really looking forward to working with you after your inauguration as mayor of the city of Baltimore. Thank you for your words. Thank you for your leadership.